All right, good morning everybody. My name is Elena Riley. I work here at First Alert 6 on our digital team, right back here, my big computer back here, bringing you news throughout the day on our website, fun things like that. But this morning I'm here to tell you about our top stories that we've had going on this morning, just interesting things happening today or important things that happened yesterday, things of that nature. So we'll head over to my web story here. Go to our website on First Alert 6. I recommend this web story if you're just wanting like something quick to read in the morning. Just our top headlines, kind of shorter than other news stories. Yes, definitely. Alrighty, so let's go over some of the stuff. So our top headline of the day is our breaking news that we had this morning. There was a rollover crash. It snapped some power poles in Omaha's Exarban neighborhood, so around that area. It actually did not cause any injuries, but like I said, the power poles are really snapped in half. There's some really interesting visuals there for you. What else? It happened at 52nd and Center. It was just before midnight Wednesday, so right over there. So we talked to an officer at the scene. They told us that the vehicle, it was an SUV. It hit a curb and then flipped over really bad. Very interesting. The stoplights were completely out here, so I actually drove by there this morning. I was really surprised to see that. There were some cop cars and like the light was not working, not even flashing, nothing of that sort, so completely blacked out. So I just recommend that really just do not go around that area if you're wanting to not have to deal with that. Other than that, police told us that they do not believe alcohol played a factor in the crash. Our next top headline is that ICE and FBI led an operation at a Bellevue apartment complex, and a suspect is in custody from this operation. So this one man is in custody. It was ICE, the FBI, as well as OPD, Bellevue Police Department, things of that nature. OPD had their Able 1 helicopter, and Bellevue Police had their K9 unit. So there was a lot of stuff going on around here. They blocked off the area of 25th and Chandler Road. So that's around where it happened. They assisted in this. Our police departments did. Happened about 10:30 yesterday. Witnesses at the scene say that officers ran into the apartment complex looking for someone, and then a man ran off. They saw that. The search lasted over an hour. The man was finally apprehended. So, like I said, he's now in custody. We're still unsure about who this suspect is or why he was arrested, but we're working to learn more about this. So hopefully have an update here for you soon. In connection to this, Wednesday, ICE provided us with more details on the 76 people who were detained last week at the Glen Valley Foods operation. This happened in South Omaha. It was on Tuesday, actually. ICE says that more than 100 identity theft victims are tied to the employees at this plant. So, interesting information there. Our next top headline is the OPD shared details about an in-custody death that happened. They also talked about a social media video that was circulating online. So this man that died, he's 54-year-old Edward Henry. He died while in custody at the Douglas County Department of Corrections. He was arrested Tuesday. He was pronounced dead after he was found unresponsive in his cell. This was about 2:15 a.m. yesterday. So Douglas County officials say that he was in custody for less than 8 hours. OPD said in a release that Henry's arrest was captured on multiple body-worn cameras from their officers. They also addressed the video of the arrest that was going around on social media, talking to us about that a little bit. They're wanting anyone that witnessed this to contact them. Their number, I have it written down here, is 402-444-4877. If you're a witness of this arrest or if you have a video of it, things of that nature. So they're hoping to learn more about this. Like I said, it's under investigation. Besides that, it's going to be reviewed by a grand jury as well. So this is state law that's happening. Something else happening today is the NU Board of Regents is going to consider a 5% tuition increase for their schools. This is really interesting. So University of Nebraska, they're meeting today, just talking about this tuition increase. It's about 5%. Like I said, it's to offset inflation and fill in gaps. This is due to state lawmakers approved just a portion of their funding request. This was last year in August, so they're trying to make up for that. KOLN reports that if approved, in-state tuition would go from around 10,434,000 to 10,995,000, things of that nature. And out of state, of course, increasing as well, similar to that, 28,000 to about 30,000. And then Paul Kenny, he's the chairman of the board. He said, you look at other colleges like Southern Cal and Northwestern, and they're dramatically higher. But the rest of the Big Ten is in that quadrant. We're in the lower end of that. So information there, just kind of big picture wise that he shared with us. For those that don't know, a little refresher, University of Nebraska system includes, of course, UNMC here in Omaha, as well as UNO here in Omaha, but also UNL and UNK, so Lincoln and Kearney. So there's a lot to cover here. They're going to meet at 9 a.m. Here pretty soon at the Berner Hall on UNL East Campus to kind of decide on this. So we'll have an update for you later on that. Definitely interesting. Things could really change with that decision, of course. Our next top headline, Black Votes Matter is going to hold a news conference today, of course, in Omaha. It's over their 8th annual youth tour, so really interesting stuff. They say that their goal is to prepare kids for the future and get them in touch with Black history through a guided tour of historical landmarks. They've been to places such as Memphis, Birmingham, Montgomery, and Atlanta, so a lot of fun trips happening over the past couple of years. The tour is going to start Sunday, but they're just kind of chatting about it today. Gonna see what's up with that. And then I did some research on this as well. They do professional as well as adult tours, so it's not just the youth tours. I have that linked here on our website if you want to learn more on those types of things whenever they're doing those. And this is the founder is North Omaha advocate and historian Preston Love Jr., and he's also the executive director of this tour, so he's kind of holding that. Okay, lastly, the final 2 teams are set for the 2025 Men's College World Series tournament for, like I said, the final of that here in Omaha. Very interesting. It's been really busy around here, a lot of people, a lot of fun things happening. I was just out there yesterday actually at the Fan Fest event. There's a lot of fun stuff. But yeah, Coastal Carolina is going to go against LSU. It's going to go on Saturday at 6 p.m. What else? Like I mentioned, the Fan Fest event, I was there yesterday. It's going to be open from 3 to 6 on Saturday and 11 until 1:30 on Sunday. On Saturday at 4, they're going to have a couple bands, or a band each day. So they're going to have Secret Weapon at 4 p.m. there at their main stage. And then the 402 is going to be there at noon on Sunday. So among all the other fun things, got some bands there to listen to. So if you're waiting in between games or just wanting to make your way over there, yeah. Sounds like fun. Okay, I think that's all I have for you this morning. I bring this web story to you every morning, and now these streaming videos for you to just talk things through on this. So yeah, please join me tomorrow. In the meantime, just check on our website for the latest updates on things, and tune into our midday at 11 and our other newscasts throughout the day. All right, thank you very much.